Welcome back to another Tudor cottage time hop, and this is taking you back to May 2022, and you can see that the vegetable garden and the back border is still in place, and the pond is as it was when we moved in. Other than when we moved in, this was just a load of weeds and grass, and we had to dig it all back out again. The maple has been moved now to the beginning of the pond. But yeah, the pond, it doesn't look very clear here. I think this was before the UV bulb had been changed as well. As you can see the state of the bricks. We did use all those bricks to go around all the plant beds. So when we took them off the edge of the pond and replaced them, there's the tree fern. That came from, I think that was 2 gardens back. And the yellow acer, it's absolutely loving, and it's probably doubled in size now from there. And the shuttlecock fern, aquiledias. This garden used to be full of aquiledias, but I think that really bad summer last year where it was dry, I haven't got any, hardly any. Lots of weeds, forget-me-nots. I literally left the garden to do its own thing really in the first few years. I just wanted to see what self-seeded, what was coming up, and then as you can see it's mainly feverfew and weeds. Lots of granny bonnets there, and I think I'm trying to show you that the red currant is dead. Yeah, there it is. So the red currant that when we moved in was splendid, and then I only had to look after it for a year and it died. More aquiledias. Like I said, this border has now gone. So this is where the turf is. We've laid the turf leading onto the rose garden. So we've extended the lawn back, managed to get rid of the bamboo, which you might have just seen there. Oh, this is a strange view. This is the cottage with its original thatch. And I had to take this footage off of my YouTube channel just off the TV, so please excuse it if it's making you a bit wooey with its obviously filming off of a pre-existing film was not great. So this border has grown up a lot. The camellias struggling a bit with the heat as it was really hot in May 2022. I'm going to show you the granny's bonnets. I'm very proud of those. I took lots of pictures of those. And there's a wallflower there. Somewhere in amongst this lot is a peony, which is now in the rose garden. I don't like being moved. It's not doing great, but let's hope it does better. One of the Christmas trees that I bought for 99p, and it's been, I think this is its 3rd year. So this year, just gone, would have been its 4th year. More aquiledias and geum. That yellow of the geum there, just dotting through. As it's May, you can still see the daffodil green bulbs. Lots more forget-me-nots. This is a jumble of geraniums and feverfew and chamomile. I can't believe how much it's grown just since this video, which was a year and 14 months ago. Yeah, 14 months ago. Oh, the table and chairs in the background my husband built out of pallet bearers, and it's painted in the cuprinol slate, which is lovely. This cordyline is now at the back of the garden in the rose garden. This is where we've got the Solomon seal, one of my favourite plants. I've never been able to have it before, and we've got a beauty of a specimen in this garden. When the sawfly doesn't eat it, which it looks like it had just started to then, and I seem to remember it got most of the leaves last year. This year, completely different story. It's kept all its leaves, looks stunning. Here we go. That's looking at the wishing well, the well. It has been capped. I'd love to uncap it, but I just don't know what it would do to the foundations of the, well, we have no foundations in the cottage, but I don't know what it would do with the cottage. And so what we've done is tried to make a bit more of a feature. These are the shards of china that I've dug up from around the cottage, and bottles and things, and then I've filled it with mainly blue plants, and I've done this again in 2023. Looking at the hedge, trying to thicken the hedge out because the cows ate most of it in 2021. And this is looking at the hydrangea border, and I think I'd put my first hydrangea, which I'm going to show you in a bit, in, and that's when I made the decision that this was going to be a hydrangea border, and I grubbed out everything I put in there, which meant the peonies and the roses came out yet again. This has changed an awful lot. So underneath the thatch it's very dark and gloomy. The thatch has now been lifted, there is nothing under here, and what I've done is filled this with all my different flavours of mint. It's got nerines in there which come out in the October, and the pre-existing roses. I've also left this purple plant that's coming up now, which looks like a clover leaf. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's absolutely stunning. And then the pre-existing rose. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you could please click like and subscribe, it would really help me change the channel, make the channel better. Thank you, and please leave a comment.